This oats bread recipe will make your weight loss journey more easier, and for those who want to start eating healthy, this recipe is a must
You
try.
just need oats and some few other ingredients you already have in your kitchen. There is no need for flour, banana, plantain, or even yogurt.
Once you have oats, then you are good to go. We'll be starting by adding 2 cups of white oats into the blender, and I'll blend this to turn to a fine powder. So once I was done with blending, I'll transfer it back to my plate, and I'll go in with other dry ingredients like baking powder, salt, and baking soda. I will mix this together. So once I was done mixing the dry ingredients together, it's now time for us to start mixing the wet ingredients. In another bowl, I will go in with 2 large eggs. Then I will now go in with my honey. You can use sugar, but I prefer you use honey since we are on a weight loss journey. I will then go in with 1 cup of evaporated milk, vegetable oil. You can use olive oil if you prefer. Then I also added vanilla extract for flavor. Once I was done mixing everything together, I will now add my dry ingredients into batches. I'll first of all add half. Then once I mix it, please I do not over mix. Mix it a little bit, then I add the rest of the dry ingredients and mix together. So once I was done mixing this, I will set it aside. Then I will line my pan. I use a baking paper to line my pan, but if you don't have a baking paper, you can just use vegetable oil to rub your pan, or if you have butter, you can use butter to rub the pan round so that the bread will not stick to the pan. But if you have a baking paper, that will be better. So I'll use my scissors to cut the edges so that the baking paper can sit well in the pan. Then I will transfer my batter into my pan. So once that is resting, I will allow it to rest for about 5 minutes. And as it's resting, I'm also preheating my pot. My pot contains stone, so that is what I'll be using to bake my bread. So I will now prepare my toppings. This is what I'll be spray on top of the bread, which is my granite, pumpkin seed, and my oats. I'll sprinkle this on top of my bread like this. Then I will transfer it to my pot. So this is the pot that I'm using. I've already preheated it for about 5 to 10 minutes. So at this point it's hot. So I'll place my butter into the pot and I'll cover it to bake for 20 minutes. Please, if you are using this method to bake, please make sure you bake your bread on a low heat so that it will not get burnt, because the stone is sitting directly to the pot and there is nothing blocking it, so it's going to get baked faster. So after 20 minutes, I'm going to check it if it's fully baked. Then I will transfer to my tray. Please note, allow the bread to cool down before taking it out from the pan. If not, it's not going to hold together.